baby, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids across the galaxy. This is your Grand Admiral, director of the video gaming division here at the Galactic Empire. Settle down, people. This news is going to get you all riled up here, but there's hopefully going to be a little glimmer of hope in what we're going to be talking about today. As you're going to see right behind me, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally seeing the Galactic Legends event fill up with the character requirements. And the problem that I think people are going to be having, I'm not going to sugarcoat this today, ladies and gentlemen, is that these characters, for the first time ever, there's going to be a hard relic requirement to even enter. Normally with legendary events and stuff like that, you try to do the minimum. You try to eke your way through without going too hard on characters. Think of how I made that Ewok video to get C-3PO, how I did the Bounty Hunter video to get Chewbacca. Some of my favorite videos I ever made were doing the bare minimums to get into legendary events and get you guys those 7-star juicy characters without over-investing or spending a lot of time towards certain characters. And I think today is going to be the dawn, or I should say the sunset, of being able to do stuff like that, because things like Jedi Training Rey, you're going to need a minimum of Relic 7 to even participate in the upcoming Galactic Legends event. Also, on top of that, we're going to go in more detail about that in a second. You are seeing that we also have Finn, the OG Finn we've had in the game, and Resistance Trooper in the list as well. And these characters are also going to be needing relics. You're not going to be able to skimp by. You're going to need some relics. I'll show you the relic levels in a second right here. And I got a little problem with putting too many relics on Jedi Training Rey. Right now, I have her at Relic 5. Actually, just got her to Relic 5 today because I'm using her with Resistance Hero Finn and Poe. You guys saw me do that in Grand Arena, pulling up some defensive wins. Kind of nice. We're doing more testing on her. Let me hold that thought for a second. Kylo Ren. You're going to need Kylo Ren en masse. Solid character, but you're going to need him at Relic 7 as well. And as well as the First Order Stormtrooper and the First Order Officer. Not needed at Relic 7, but you're going to need relics on these characters right here. And it looks like they're slowly kind of pushing out what characters are going to be needed over time, giving us a little bit here, a little bit there. We still don't have kit reveals. I keep refreshing the forums. Hopefully we're going to get a kit reveal for all this, because I think it's important for the people to know if they're going to put Relic 7s on Jedi Training Rey and Relics on Finn and Resistance Trooper, that they ought to know what they're investing towards. The other day we talked about how powerful these characters are. If you haven't seen that video card in the top right hand corner, I guess I get it. These characters are going to be powerful, and they want you to work a lot harder to get these type of characters. So we'll come back to this page in a second. I do have concerns about Relic 7 Jedi Training Rey. I'll hold my thoughts. Let's get down to the news over here on the forums. But actually, let me do this. Let me sprinkle a little bit of joy into your lives right now. These events are going to be difficult to acquire the right characters, to acquire the relics and whatnot, especially if you're doing it at the free-to-play life. But the good news is, unlike legendary events, epic confrontations, journey events, where they just kind of pop out and then they disappear for a couple months, this event, as we see right here, unlike previous events, Galactic Legends are persistent and will become available as soon as the event is live, as long as you've met the requirements. So until the end of time, as you're working up your roster, let's say you're not going to get the new Kylo and the new Rey day one, you don't have to panic farm, which is great. You can kind of work at your own pace, and eventually you'll get there. Because one of the biggest problems with the Jedi Knight Revan, if you miss the day by 1 or 2 days and you have to wait for 3-4 months, it hurts. Same thing with Malik. I got some comments. I missed Darth Malik by 1 or 2 hours. Tough luck, but with this, it's going to be a little bit different. So I don't know if that's going to be great news. I just want to put it out there, but let's talk more about these characters that we're going to be needing, the ones at least we know as of now that we're going to be needing, and we're also going to talk about these relics. Now, if you guys saw the other day in that video I referenced you to, we know there's some Assault Battle Challenge tiers coming. Not going to break down this too much. Phew. This is where we got to spend our time. Galactic Legends character reveal number 1. Now, when I read character reveal, I'm like, look at all over the forums. Where's the Rey character reveal? Where's the Kylo Ren character reveal? I'm guessing they're only referencing the characters you are going to be needing, as well as revealing what the minimum requirements are. Don't look down here yet. No, slow down, people. I don't want to break your hearts just yet. As you may have seen in game, we have released the first set of characters and their completion requirements levels that are required to unlock the event to earn Galactic Legends Rey and Kylo Ren. You can start to prepare for these 2 events coming in March. Again, a month heads up, which is great, but free to play or even baby dolphin life, it's a month isn't enough to get all these characters, the relics. It's going to be a long process unless you're wailing hard to get it day one. And these events will be continuously available once you have unlocked them, just as we read off right here. So there's not a huge panic farm, except I just got to get this great character, because if I'm missing out, I might get trampled. You'll likely notice that the 6 characters we have revealed so far have varying requirement levels. For example, the Rey Jedi training will require Relic level 7. Oh man, while Finn and Resistance Trooper require Relic 5. Now the great thing is, it kind of seems like there might be a chance Resistance Hero Finn might not be needed. They kind of hint at the bottom that we might not need him, which would be fantastic because that is kind of one of the big paywalls to getting this character, as we've been kind of predicting lately. This is unlike how we've done requirements in the past, where we ask that you clear a common minimum bar for all the units needed. As we reveal more units needed for the Galactic Legends, there will be continued to be varied level requirements. So some might require maybe just Gear 12. Let's hope they're not all Relic 5s and 7s. As we reveal more units needed for the Galactic Legends, there will be continued to be varied requirement levels, even though the requirements are not the same for all units. Our goal is that both of these Galactic Legends will have an equal level of effort required for the average veteran player. So here comes the part I kind of didn't want to show you guys just yet. To summarize, the first set of required characters and levels are the following. Here's our Galactic Legend Rey Jedi Training, Relic 7, as I broke the news earlier. Finn, Relic 5. This is the episode 7 Finn, not Resistance Hero Finn, which makes me think maybe they are not going to be requiring the new Resistance Hero Finn, which is a pay-to-play character, whale character, and it's going to take several months to farm. So we might be able to do this event without the new Resistance Hero Finn, because of why are they saying not Resistance Hero Finn? You would think they would just announce it right now, but that could change, of course. That might be needed down the road. This gives me a little bit of hope that they're not going to do that to us people. And then Resistance Trooper Relic 5. Let's hold our thoughts about how I feel about these Relic requirements for these batch of characters. And then Galactic Legend Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren Unmasked, Relic 7. First Order Stormtrooper, Relic 5. First Order Officer, Relic 5 as well. And then we have a Shard Shuffle right here. The BTL, or what I like to call the BLT Y-Wing, is now going to be farmable on Lightside 7C. Going to be a useful ship for your Kenobi's Negotiator. And then Resistance Hero Finn, Sith Trooper, and General Hux. Resistance Hero Finn, Sith Trooper, and General Hux are now available in the Chroming packs, but we have not seen anything in regards to these characters being needed for the new events. We've been predicting, I would guess, that they are going to be requiring Hux, Resistance Hero Poe, Resistance Hero Finn, as well as the First Order Sith Trooper for this upcoming event. They haven't said that just yet, so that might be the glimmer of hope that you guys might be looking for. But again, they could definitely change that. Now, moving over here, back to the game. What is my problem with all this? One, of course, it is the steepest gear requirement event we've ever had. Usually you do the gear 12. They usually put like a power threshold, so you kind of cheese your way by doing the bare minimum to get there. Now it's just you have to hit a hard requirement to get there. Fine. They want to play it that way. Here's my problem. Myself and pretty much every other person who's going to be chasing after these Reylo guys right here. My issue is if I chase after a Relic 7 Jedi Training Rey, will she still be useful after the fact? Because the problem is with Jedi Training Rey, especially, not so much Kylo Ren, I'll cut him a little bit of slack. The problem I have with Jedi Training Rey is that she is not nearly as useful of a character without BB-8. Yes, you can still find some things to work with it, but BB-8 is such an engine for the Resistance. And my guess is right now that most likely this upcoming Rey, the ideal team might include BB-8. BB-8 is the most important component to the Resistance team for the time being right now, and I'm guessing he might be a requirement sometime down the line. So my concern is, if we put all this effort in Jedi Training Rey, will this just be a character kind of sitting around? It kind of makes me feel like Shakti. Shakti, you put this effort in, you need her for Padme Amidala, you kind of babysit your clones for a while, but what about afterwards? I haven't really found a lot of places to use Shakti, especially once General Anakin Skywalker takes the clones away from her clone foster home. She just kind of sits around and I kind of just throw her in a filler spot somewhere. I'm hoping they don't do that with things like Jedi Training Rey. Resistance Trooper, always been kind of an okay character, especially important for the Sith raid. Assuming that we'll still have use out of Jedi Training Rey, assuming BB-8 won't be needed for the upcoming Rey team, it'll be okay, because Jedi Training Rey BB-8 is a fantastic, decent team, especially for the Sith raid. You can start making things work with her inside of Grand Arena, with or without Resistance Hero Finn and Poe. So that's okay. And let's just assume for the time being, BB-8's gonna be stuck with Jedi Training Rey. If not, that's going to be kind of a little bit, I think that's going to be annoying for people. Relic 7 is not easy to get to. For the most part, Relic 7's pay to play. Relic 5 is very easy to attain through a free-to-play perspective. Relic 7, it's tough. You either got to buy the packs, buy the gear pieces to turn into relics, or you got to really just farm free-to-play the slow way, and it's going to take a long time to convert that into Relic 6 and 7. Taking a look over at the First Order here. Now, I'm actually not too concerned about Relic 7 Kylo Ren Unmasked, because this character, you can actually, there's not like a key component to the Kylo Ren Unmasked team. Kylo Ren Unmasked just kind of works with a bunch of random first order characters. There's nothing specific like BB-8 needed for Jedi training Rey. So here I'm not concerned. And plus, a Relic 7 Kylo Ren is actually very annoying to deal with in Grander, and he is so tanky, and especially with his merciless pursuit Zeta, when he's constantly regenerating health and protection, he is a very chunky, thick dude right here. So I'm actually not too concerned about having to put all this effort into Kylo Ren Unmasked, Jedi training Rey. That's my main concern. And then Relic 5 for the rest of the crew that we talked about. We talked about what is the First Order Stormtrooper, First Order Officer, and then of course we have of the OG Finn, and then the Resistance Trooper. I got a lot of work to do. I have not really touched Finn or Resistance Trooper in a long time. Ever since Finn got nerfed with the Zeta, he hasn't been nearly as useful, but it's time, it looks like, to clean up. Put those relics on, because he will be needed. This is going to be a long grind or a whaley grind, depending on what route you are going to be taking. So we're going to probably find out the rest of those requirements over time. This is going to keep us busy for quite a while just with these couple characters right here. But just because, as you see over here, the event is requiring 15 characters. And ships. Of course, we know that the Galactic Legends is going to be a hybrid between ships as well as characters. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 15. Oh, we got 17 right here. So if I had to guess, they're still kind of slowly rolling out the requirements. I don't know why they don't just put it all at once, because I'm assuming they're going to be needing a giant chunk of this roster that we have right here. And then we know there's some capital ships coming. Who knows if the Finalizer as well as the Radis are going to be needed for this upcoming event. All I know is that just start working. If you're trying to chase after one of the Rey loads, you're going to have to just kind of focus on the characters they're giving you now. And that should be more than enough work for the time being. One character alone takes a while to get the gear 12, takes a while to get the gear 13, and of course, getting your relics up. So, whew, man, I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Are you guys upset about this? I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of upset people. I am definitely upset myself to some regards, because one of my favorite things, some of my most popular videos, are things like the C-3PO event, the struggle, the trying to bare minimum, not over-investing in Ewoks. So many people find those videos helpful. Man, this is definitely one of my favorite videos. The clone, or the Chewbacca legendary event. I was sweating, I was crying, I was moping, and then it just finally all came together with bare minimum strategy, and that helped out so many people get these legendary characters. I feel like there's definitely some sort of energy being missed out because we're not going back to those days, and now we're just trying to go to hard requirements. You got to spend this much or spend this much time getting to these characters to a certain relic. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. As always, I like to pass the ball over on to you guys. And I think the other thing to point out is that you're kind of forced to go after one or the other. The average person, if you are not spending money, you are not going to be able to get both of these characters day one. So card in the top right hand corner. Are you going for Rey? Or are you going for Kylo? Would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, like if you did enjoy the video, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see all you lovely people in the next video. Peace out, everybody.